and a stem end. You want to cut directly down the root end. And if you're going to julienne, you're going to do a V cut to remove the root end. So basically a cut that looks like a V. And that takes out the root that holds the entire onion together. And then you'll notice there are lines on here, which can make it easier for you to see if I take this layer off. So you can see these lines that go across this way. Now, when I was first taught how to cut an onion, we were taught to go straight up and down all the way across, turn it 90 degrees, come in and cut up this way, and then cut down this way. It works, but after thinking about it, the only reason you would cut all the way across this way is because you want the lines. And then this way, the only reason this way is because you're trying to separate these two sides. Because on this cut, you can see I would have this big piece right here. Okay? So then I'd have to go back and clean it up this way. Well, by the time you're doing this cut, this whole thing is like this unwieldy porcupine you're trying to hold together. There's so many cuts in there and it falls apart. So an easier way is to cut always towards the center. So my angle of my blade is always towards the center of the onion, like an arc or a rainbow. I'm always cutting in there. So I'm going to keep this back end together, and I'm just going to work it all the way down. And I'm cutting all the way through for this julienne. Okay? Once you get a little bit over halfway, you push this out of your way, drop the onion down, and then you start again. Now as I get towards the end, it's kind of unstable, so you just hold it steady. For me, it works easier just to go forward with it and finish it up this way. And that's a julienne. You want your julienne to be very, very flexible and thin. Okay? It should be movable like that. This is a julienne cut or a French cut. Okay, now let me show you the dice. The dice is similar, except we're going to leave now the root end intact. This root is going to hold the entire onion together as we cut. I'm going to do the same kind of, I'm going to take this one off again, just so you can see the lines a little better. So here are the lines going this way. I'm going to make sure my root end is away from me. And then I'm going to start with my knife about halfway, and I'm going to make cuts, draw the blade towards myself, but I'm going to leave this back end intact. I'm not going to cut all the way through. As I draw back, you'll notice my knife stops right there. I didn't cut all the way through. Okay? And I'm just going to repeat that following the angle, so I cut towards the middle. I'm always cutting towards the center. And you'll notice my blade does not cut all the way through. Okay? Once I've done that, now I can just cut this way, and now I get my nice dice. Very simple. Once you get towards the end, I usually save this last piece in case it didn't cut through. And here, now we have dice. I'm not going to just throw this out. I'm going to follow through with this, get my original cut. Cut once down the middle there. Across. And now all I have left is my root. That's really all you should have left, this and the peel. Everything else is usable. Okay? So that is a dice. And you can do that large or small, however big you want it. All right, let's move on to carrot.